I was reviewing our joint credit card statement and found 5 hotel charges in Austin over the past 3 months. We live in Austin, and she was checking into hotels with someone else while I worked nights and paid the bill. Hey friends, please subscribe and turn on notifications, like this video, and leave a comment with your impressions. This will be a great help. Thank you. We never tire of reminding you. It's all thanks to you. Austin in late March shifts from winter's unpredictability into proper spring. Bluebonnets starting to appear along the highways. Temperatures climbing into the 70s and 80s. Everyone emerging onto patios and into parks after months of gray weather. The city feeling alive again. I'm 34, work as an emergency room nurse at Del Seaton Medical Center downtown. The kind of work where you're constantly managing crisis situations and life or death decisions. Where 12-hour night shifts are exhausting but necessary to keep the ER staffed around the clock. Lauren is 32, works as a marketing manager at a tech company in the domain, managing digital campaigns and brand strategy for a growing startup. Smart, organized, always talking about campaign metrics and growth targets and team management. We'd been married for 5 years, together for 7 total, living in a house we'd bought in the Bolden Creek neighborhood 3 years ago. The marriage had felt solid. We'd built a life together, good careers, a home we loved, the foundation for a future. The credit card situation was straightforward. We'd had a joint Chase Sapphire card since we got married. I was the primary cardholder, Lauren was an authorized user. We used it for everything: groceries, gas, restaurants, travel, all our shared expenses. One account, both our spending visible on the same statement, the way many married couples manage finances. I handled most of the financial management, reviewed the monthly statements, made sure everything looked correct, paid the balance in full each month. Lauren occasionally checked the app, but mostly left the accounting to me since I was more detail-oriented about tracking expenses. That Tuesday evening, March 26th, I was home after finishing a stretch of 3 12-hour night shifts. Exhausted, but catching up on household tasks before my next shift block started Thursday. Around 7 p.m., I was sitting at our kitchen table with my laptop, reviewing our March credit card statement that had just posted, going through line by line like I always did, making sure all the charges were legitimate, categorizing expenses for our budget. The statement was typical: grocery stores, gas stations, Amazon purchases, restaurants, the usual mix of married life expenses. Then I saw a charge that didn't make sense. March 7th, Hotel Ella, Austin, Texas, $295. I stared at it. Hotel Ella. That was a boutique hotel in Hyde Park, maybe 4 miles from our house. Why would Lauren stay at a hotel in Austin when we lived in Austin? I thought maybe it was a mistake. Sometimes merchants process charges incorrectly, or maybe it was a restaurant at the hotel, not an actual room charge. I scrolled down further in the statement. March 7th, Fonda San Miguel, Austin, Texas, $167. Fonda San Miguel. An upscale Mexican restaurant, also in Hyde Park, walking distance from Hotel Ella. Same date. Hotel charge and expensive dinner charge on the same night. I felt something cold settle in my stomach. Kept scrolling through March. The rest looked normal. Scrolled back to February. February 23rd, South Congress Hotel, Austin, Texas, $310. Another Austin hotel. South Congress Hotel, trendy boutique hotel on South Congress Avenue. February 8th, W Hotel Austin, Austin, Texas, $340. February 8th, Jeffrey's Restaurant, Austin, Texas, $203. W Hotel Downtown. And Jeffrey's, one of Austin's most romantic restaurants. Same night. Hotel and dinner. I scrolled back to January. January 12th, Four Seasons Austin, Austin, Texas, $425. January 12th. Juniper Restaurant, Austin, Texas, $178. January 12th. Tiffany & Co., Austin, Texas, $890. For Seasons. Juniper. And an $890 charge at Tiffany & Company. Jewelry purchased the same night as a luxury hotel stay and expensive dinner. Kept going back to December. December 15th, Hotel Zaza Austin, Austin, Texas, $385. December 15th. Uchi Restaurant, Austin, Texas, $156. Hotel Zaza. Uchi. Both high-end. I sat there staring at my laptop screen. 5 hotel stays in Austin over 3 months. 5 expensive dinners at romantic restaurants. 1 jewelry purchase. All in the city where we lived, where we owned a house together. Total charges, approximately $3,350. All on our joint credit card. All paid by me when I paid the monthly statement. I pulled up my work calendar on my phone. Cross-referenced the hotel dates with my schedule. December 15th, I worked night shift 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. January 12th. I worked night shift 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. February 8th. I worked night shift 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. February 23rd. I worked night shift 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. March 7th. I worked night shift 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Every single hotel stay happened on a night I was working a 12-hour shift at the hospital. Lauren knew my schedule. I worked a rotating pattern, 3 12-hour night shifts per week, then 4 days off. My schedule was posted in our shared Google Calendar months in advance. She'd been booking hotel rooms in Austin on nights she knew I'd be at work, taking someone to expensive restaurants, buying jewelry at Tiffany, using our joint credit card, money I earned working exhausting night shifts in the ER. I opened the Chase app on my phone, logged in, pulled up the detailed transaction information for each hotel charge. For the Hotel Ella charge on March 7th, the merchant details showed Hotel Ella, room 214. Check-in 8:47 p.m. I called Hotel Ella's reservations line. Hotel Ella, this is Marcus. How can I help you? Hi, I'm calling about a charge on my credit card from March 7th. Can you tell me what name the reservation was under? I'll need the confirmation number or the name on the reservation. The credit card is under Ryan Garrett. My wife Lauren Garrett is an authorized user. Can you check if there was a reservation under either name that night? One moment. Yes, I see a reservation checked in March 7th under Lauren Garrett. Is there a problem with the charge? No, just verifying. Thank you. I hung up. Called the Four Seasons. Four Seasons Austin, how may I assist you? I'm calling about a charge from January 12th. Can you verify the reservation name? After the same verification process, yes, Lauren Garrett checked in January 12th. She'd used her own name. Hadn't even tried to hide it. Why would she? She probably thought I never looked at the credit card statements that closely. Or maybe she thought hotel charges in our own city wouldn't raise questions since business travelers book hotels in their home cities sometimes. Except Lauren's job didn't involve any travel. She worked at an office in the Domain, went there every day, came home every evening. There was no legitimate reason for her to stay at Austin hotels. I sat at the kitchen table trying to figure out what to do. Lauren was at a team happy hour, according to the text she'd sent me an hour ago, would be home around 9. I decided to wait. See what she said when she got home. At 9:15, Lauren walked in. She looked normal, work clothes, carrying her laptop bag, smiling. Hey, how are you feeling after your shifts? You must be exhausted. Pretty tired. How was happy hour? Good. Just the usual team bonding stuff. She set down her bag. I'm starving. Did you eat? I ate earlier. Lauren, I need to ask you something. I was reviewing our credit card statement today. Her expression changed slightly. Okay. Why are there hotel charges in Austin? Multiple hotels over the past few months. All color drained from her face. I can explain. Explain why you stayed at Hotel Zaza on December 15th, and the Four Seasons on January 12th, and the W Hotel in February, and South Congress Hotel, and Hotel Ella on March 7th. All in Austin. All on nights I was working. Those weren't. I can. Lauren, we live in Austin. Why would you need hotel rooms in the city where we own a house? She started crying. I didn't think you'd notice. You didn't think I'd notice $3,300 in hotel charges? In our own city? On our joint credit card. I was meeting someone. Who? His name is David. He's a client at work. You've been taking a client to hotels? We started having feelings for each other. It was complicated. We couldn't meet at his place or our place, so we'd meet at hotels. And I was paying for it. With our joint credit card. Money I earned working 12-hour night shifts in the ER. I didn't know how else to handle it. I couldn't use my personal money, you'd notice. So you used our joint money instead? Money from our joint account that I pay every month. I was going to tell you. When? After the Tiffany purchase? $890 on jewelry from Tiffany on January 12th. The same night you stayed at the Four Seasons. Did you buy that jewelry for him? She didn't answer. Lauren, did you spend $900 of our money buying your affair partner jewelry? He'd been going through a hard time. I wanted to do something nice. So you bought him a Tiffany gift with our money. With my money. With money I earned saving lives while you were fucking someone else in hotel rooms. Don't say it like that. How should I say it? You've been having an affair for at least 4 months. You've been booking hotels in our own city, taking him to expensive restaurants, buying him jewelry, all on our joint credit card, all on nights you knew I was working night shifts, all using money I earned. I pulled up my laptop, showed her the spreadsheet I'd made. December 15th, Hotel Zaza $385 plus Uchi $156 equals $541. January 12th. Four Seasons $425 plus Juniper $178 plus Tiffany $890 equals $1,493. February 8th. W Hotel $340 plus Jeffries $203 equals $543. February 23rd. South Congress Hotel $310 March 7th. Hotel Ella $295 plus Fonda San Miguel $167 equals $462. $3,349. That's how much I paid for your affair. 5 hotel stays. 4 expensive dinners. 1 jewelry purchase. All while I was at work. Ryan, I'm so sorry. Sorry you did it or sorry I found out. Both. I mean, I made a mistake. A terrible mistake. But we can work through this. Work through this? You spent over $3,000 of our money on an affair. You coordinated it around my work schedule. You booked progressively nicer hotels, started at Hotel Zaza, worked your way up to the Four Seasons. That's not a mistake. That's a deliberate, ongoing affair that you funded with my money. What are you going to do? I'm calling my attorney tomorrow. I want a divorce. You can't divorce me over this. We've been married 5 years. We have a life together. We had a life together. You destroyed it when you decided to spend our money on hotel rooms with David. I'll pay you back. Every dollar. I'll get a loan, It's not about the money. It's about trust. You betrayed me, and you used our joint finances to do it. Every time I paid our credit card bill, I was funding your affair without knowing it. Does David know about me? He knows you're married. Does he know I was paying for everything? No. He thinks I was paying with my own money. So David thinks you were spending your own money on fancy hotels and restaurants. He has no idea your husband was funding your affair. She was sobbing now. I didn't mean for it to go this far. How far did you mean for it to go? 1 hotel stay? 2. At what point were you planning to tell me? Over the next few hours, Lauren tried everything. Cried. Apologized. Blamed work stress. Blamed my night shift schedule for making her lonely. Blamed David for pursuing her. Said she'd end it immediately. We could go to counseling. She'd do anything to save the marriage. I didn't engage. Just told her to pack a bag and leave. Where am I supposed to go? David's place. You're a fair partner. The guy you bought Tiffany jewelry for. I'm sure he'll take you in. I can't just show up at David's place. Why not? You've been meeting him at 5 different hotels. You've spent over $3,000 on your relationship with him. You clearly have a significant connection. Around midnight, she'd packed clothes and essentials. She stood in our bedroom doorway crying. I made a mistake. The worst mistake of my life. But I still love you. We can fix this. You made hundreds of mistakes. Every time you booked a hotel. Every time you charged a dinner to our card. Every time you used our money for your affair. Those were all choices. And now you get to live with the consequences. She left. The next morning I called my attorney. Jim, it's Ryan Garrett. I need to file for divorce. I have evidence of my wife having an affair, documented hotel stays and expenses, all on our joint credit card. What kind of documentation? 3 months of credit card statements showing hotel charges in Austin, where we live. On nights, I was working night shifts. Plus romantic restaurant charges, a jewelry purchase, all coordinated with my work schedule. Over $3,000 total that I paid. That's strong evidence. In Texas, we can use that in asset division. Send me everything. The divorce process moved forward. Lauren tried to claim the hotel charges were for work purposes, but her employer confirmed she had no business travel. Tried to claim the charges were fraudulent, but the hotels confirmed she'd checked in using her own name and ID. By late April, Lauren agreed to settlement. She'd pay back the $3,349 in affair-related charges from our joint account. We'd split remaining assets 50-50. The divorce was finalized in June. Early July, I ran into one of Lauren's former co-workers at a coffee shop in Bolden Creek. Ryan, hey, I heard about the divorce. I'm sorry. Thanks. It was for the best. Did you really find out from credit card charges? Yeah. She was using our joint card to book hotels with her affair partner. Everyone at her company was talking about it. Lauren ended up leaving the job. Turned out David was a major client, and when the affair came out, the client pulled their contract. Lauren's boss wasn't happy that her personal life cost the company a six-figure account. What about David? He stopped seeing her once he found out she was using her husband's money to pay for everything. Apparently, he felt misled, thought she was financially independent, didn't realize she was charging everything to your joint card. By late summer, I was completely reset. The house felt like mine again. I'd closed the joint credit card, opened new accounts in only my name, completely separated finances. Started taking Texas barbecue cooking classes, proper brisket smoking, hill country technique, regional specialties. The traditional cooking was grounding. Work at the ER continued its normal rhythm. Night shifts, saving lives, managing trauma, the exhausting but meaningful work I'd always done. I thought about that evening in March sometimes. Sitting at the kitchen table reviewing the credit card statement. Seeing Hotel Ella and not understanding why. Then finding the pattern. 5 hotels, for restaurants, 1 jewelry purchase, all in our own city, all on nights I was working, all paid with our money. The mundane task of reviewing a credit card statement revealing the biggest betrayal of my marriage. I didn't feel triumphant about Lauren's situation. I felt clear about the decision I'd made. I'd worked 12-hour night shifts in the ER to support our life together. She'd used that money to fund an affair, booking progressively nicer hotels, buying jewelry for someone else, charging romantic dinners while I was saving lives. Better to discover financial infidelity through a credit card statement than to keep paying for betrayal without knowing. I didn't feel vindicated. I felt whole. When you're reviewing your credit card statement and find hotel charges in the city where you live, booked on nights you were working and paid with your money, do you assume there's an innocent explanation, or do you immediately know your spouse is having an affair on your dime? Share your perspective in the comments.